Definitely, for sure. All right, so it's time for Around the Corner. We had a lot of fun again this time. Went to Rogers.
Yeah, we did downtown Rogers. I'm sure you've probably seen that big BB gun before driving downtown. Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Always wanted to go in there, and we finally made it in.
So here's what it's all about. Check it out.
On this week's episode of Around the Corner, we're telling you about this right here, the world's largest Daisy BB gun. If you've ever driven through downtown Rogers, you've probably seen it.
Yeah, that's because it's 25 feet tall. Inside, weighing it down, is actual BBs, and it's here for a reason.
Yeah, the reason is we're outside the Daisy Airgun Museum. We're inside, we're finding out how the world fell in love with the BB gun, how they ended up in Arkansas, and what they're doing now. Let's check it out.
All right, well, let's start from the beginning. 1882, Lewis Huff actually made steel windmills just like this right here in Michigan at the Plymouth Company. Now, to withstand economic times, that's when he made the Daisy BB gun. This right here is some of the originals. They were so popular, they stopped making the steel windmill altogether. The company just grew from there.
All right, so now we're into the 1940s. World War II well underway. Hundreds of companies across the nation answering the call, helping in the war effort. Daisy's no exception. They're no longer making the guns. Instead, they're making these parts right here, and they're shipping them off to the war. Fun fact, this is the original display that they had in the factory back then. Now let's jump to the 1960s. Victor Contrometer, it's the parent company. They also have other manufacturers, some that make golf balls. You guessed it, it's all about who you know. We're going to the moon. Apollo 14, Alan Shepard, he's taking a golf club, and you guessed it right. He's using these balls.
They got more dirt than all the time. Miles and miles.
So you may not have known this, but Daisy actually has a national BB gun championship. Every year, kids from all over the country come right here to Rogers to compete. But before they can do that, they actually have to go through 10 classes learning about guns. From there, they do a shooting competition, then teams are formed, and then they make their way to Northwest Arkansas in hopes to win. So when you're finishing up your time here at the museum, if you fell in love with it, want to take home a piece of history, you can.
Yep, the BBs, the slingshot, the BB guns, guys, it's all here.
Yeah, every year they do a special release. This year it's the 40th anniversary of A Christmas Story. They're doing the replica of the gun in the movie.
Yeah, you definitely have to come check this place out.
We'll see you next time on Around the Corner.
Just shoot your eye out, kid.
So we had so much fun there, and I mean, it's everything from the beginning, the start of the BB gun, what it is, how it grew, how it started in a completely different state and they moved here. It's all inside that museum, and everything they've accumulated through the years right there inside that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, really awesome. And again, you think about a company, just what it is at that moment, but you forget that most companies have had a lot of transitional moments where they're starting out making one product, which that's what Daisy was doing.
Right.
Then you just completely shift and you look back at the history and it'll catch you off guard of all the things that they've made and that they're currently making. And so it's really cool to see the history of that.
You're not going in there just reading some stuff on the walls. Like, they have the artifacts there. You could spend a few hours just looking at those.
Oh, for sure. And you're kind of just amazed when you see some of the first BB guns. You're like, and some huge. I mean, absolutely huge. How do people even hold this up?
Some of the original CEOs and presidents of the company thought early on in the company's history, like, hey, some of these things could be cool one day. I'll hold on to these. So you go in there and they've got, you're not expecting this. I even asked a question. I was like, are these real? Is this a real gun from the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s? And like, yeah, these are all real.
Yes, it is.
It's really a neat thing to go in there. There's a lot of actual real history in there that they've accumulated over the years from people just coming across cool stuff in attics and saying, hey, do you guys want this?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we do.
Very neat.
It's really neat. You can get the actual BB guns there as well. You can buy those, and then we got these little cool little slingshots.
We had so much fun.
And you can buy things to put in them, but we're just putting paper in them, and they work pretty well. So it'd be fun to play with the kids, maybe outside. Well, mine didn't work too well.
Probably good that one.
But you should take the kids there. They will love it. Stay with us. More 5 News This Morning right after this.